ChatGPT fully designed this house. It has 5 floors, several rooms, and a roof deck. I'll show you how I did it, and then I'll give you a tour around the house and talk about how I'm going to build this into a full app. So a few months ago, I asked GPT if it could generate 3D models, and it said yes, but then it gaslit me for an hour, telling me it would be 10 more minutes, and then it just never gave me anything. Anyways, recently I was working with some CSV files, and I found that GPT is actually pretty good at working with them. This got me thinking that Chat could probably generate some rough 3D worlds by coming up with a big list of coordinates. The idea is that if we place one cube at each of the coordinates that it gives, we can get around the issue it has with directly creating 3D models. I asked ChatGPT about this idea, and it actually gave me a data file right away.
Here's a CSV file that contains the positions of small identical cubes to create a simple 3D house scene in Unreal Engine. The house consists of 4 rooms, 2x2 layout, each with walls and a floor, and all cubes are 100 by 100 by 100 Unreal units in size.
Next, I needed to figure out how to actually get this to work with the game engine, so I asked GPT.
Yes, Unreal Engine blueprints do not natively read CSV files, but you can work around this in several ways depending on how complex your scene is and whether you're okay with pre-processing. I can absolutely help you generate a CSV file in the format Unreal Engine expects for importing as a data table. To import a CSV as a data table, Unreal needs 1. The first row to define column headers, 2. A row name column, usually called name or ID, to uniquely identify each row, 3. The rest of the columns must match a blueprint struct or C++ US struct you define in the editor.
Next, I just needed to figure out how to get the data so that it actually displays the house so you can walk around it and everything.
You'll want to 1. Use the node getDataTableRowNames. 2. Use a for-each-loop node to iterate. 3. In each loop, use getDataTableRow input, datatable and current row name, output the struct with XYZ. 4. Use that output to spawn actor.
So I tried it out and it worked. The house didn't look that great, it was kind of just a bunch of walls, but I thought it was cool that GPT was able to generate something I was able to display. So I just told it, make a house in the style of Minecraft, since we were using cubes anyways. And this actually looked pretty good. So I just told it to make a much bigger house, because I wanted to see what that would be like. And it did, but it crashed Unreal and froze my recording. GPT said,
Yep, totally makes sense. When you spawn thousands of actors, each cube as a separate actor, Unreal can choke, especially in blueprints. Solutions to improve performance: use instanced static meshes. This is the #1 fix. Instead of spawning a cube actor for each block, use one actor with a hierarchical instanced static mesh component, JSM. It's much more efficient.
And this helped a lot. The game ran much better after this, and the new house it made was actually pretty impressive. Alright, now I'm going to give you the tour of the house that GPT generated for me. So we're looking at it right now. You can see it's really high, really tall, and there's a lot to explore in here, so let me show you around. This is like the main level, the first level, and I told it to add a little bit of furniture in the rooms, and it kind of did these random, I think these might be supposed to be filing cabinets, I don't know, and then this is some kind of desk or table, I think. And I think all the rooms have windows, I'm not sure if that one did. This one definitely does. It also has that filing cabinet in it. And I'm pretty sure this third room over here is also, more of the same. Yep, sure is. So let's go upstairs and I'll show you what it's like up there. Yeah, so as you can see, the stairs kind of overlap with one another. And yeah, the floors, I'm pretty sure they're just identical to each other on all of them. But yeah, I'm pretty sure all the floors are the same, so I'm just going to go up to the top and show you that. This is the 3rd floor again. It's the same, so we're just going to go up. And this is the 4th floor. And now we made it to the top. There's no roof up here, so it looks a little bit different, but again, the rooms are the same. But then we have this roof deck over here, which you can kind of get a good view and jump down and see the view of the building, which I think it looks pretty cool from the outside just because of all the windows it has, and it's kind of a cool view to see it from up here. I'm honestly pretty impressed that it was able to do this, because usually GPT, makes a lot of mistakes in terms of accuracy. I mean, it did miss a little space, you can see there with these stairs, but overall not too bad at all, and you can see the kind of view of the building here before it ends the game. So before we got to the point where the house looks the way it did in that tour, I did have to go through with ChatGPT a few times because it made a few interesting mistakes. So first of all, it just didn't add a staircase, so I wasn't able to get up, even though I asked it to earlier. So I had to ask it to add a staircase, and it got kind of confused with this. It put the staircase and it didn't add the opening in the ceiling, so it was impossible to get up still, and I had to go back and forth with it a few times for it to actually understand what I was saying. And surprisingly, sending it a screenshot actually helped it figure out what the correct thing was, so that was nice. But yeah, it didn't really take that long. I'd say probably an hour or so to get this whole thing together, which is not bad really. I think it's pretty cool. But going forward with this project, I want to build out an app so that anyone can use the LLM. I'm probably going to use the GPT API, and you can just type into there and it'll generate the house that you want and make the customizations to it that you want, because I think that would be a pretty cool app. But overall, I was pretty impressed with what GPT was capable of doing, even though it made a few mistakes. But stay subscribed for updates, and thanks for watching.